Hey everyone. We all get a lot of email. I know I do, and there are a few tricks that I use to both handle a high volume of email and to organize that email. So I thought I'd show some of those tricks today in hopes that it helps some others. So first, I just want to talk briefly about keyboard shortcuts. So here we're looking at a bunch of emails that I get for one particular software project, Dask, which has a high volume of email. You can see there's about an email every 10, 20 minutes, and it's the weekend, so there's a fair amount of activity here. Now, if you use Gmail, you can click on an email address, an email, you can read it. I can skim these pretty quickly. Actually, don't need to spend a lot of time. I might then go back, go to the next email, but I find that the mouse clicking actually takes more time than the reading sometimes. And so instead, so you can press these buttons up here, which are a little bit easier to go directly to the old next one. You can see 3 and 4 increase up here. Gmail also has keyboard shortcuts. And so you can use the J and K keys, J to go down to the next email. And I can just skim through these pretty quickly, and K to go back up. And so if you're able to skim through emails quickly and make a quick decision, this actually ends up being really useful. It saves a surprising amount of time just to bounce through. Like, this is closed. I don't need to look at this anymore. This pull request has been merged. I don't look at it anymore. I can just keep going on. That feels pretty good. Keyboard shortcuts are not on by default. You need to turn them on. You go up to settings, little gear icon, see all settings. You just scroll down a bit. It's kind of hidden. So keyboard shortcuts on. J and K keys are common for Vim users. They're actually really common shortcuts in lots of different tools. So second, we'll talk a little bit about labels and filters. So you may notice that I've got thousands of emails I haven't read. I'm actually pretty far behind. But these tens of thousands of emails don't go into my main inbox, which is for family or for more important things. And so I actually keep a lot of my traffic siloed in different areas, and that helps me organize things. I can go look at seeing what's happening with Pangeo, for example, or I've moved all of my Uber and Lyft and Airbnb receipts into one inbox, so it doesn't hit my main inbox. And I do that with labeling and filtering. I do that. So this is my personal account, which I use for sort of open source software development and personal activities. I do this again for my business. So here's in my business, I've got, billing and jobs and sales and company updates. It's a different set of things. I can't really show too much about either of those two things, create labels there, because it's too much personal information. But I do have a nice public nonprofit email account, which gets way lower traffic. And we can play around with that and create some email filters there. So this is maybe what your inbox looks like. There's, inbox and sort of things that you don't actually use that much. You can scroll it up and get less space there, which is nice. Or you can start to organize these things. So there's actually a couple of important email lists that I'm on this account that I would actually like to highlight a bit more. So we're going to make a couple of email filters and labels that associate with those filters. So first, I'm going to create a new filter which is anything from info@numfocus.org. Numfocus is a nonprofit that is a physical sponsor around this email address. And so I can go ahead and I can search to see how many emails like that I get. Actually, isn't that much there. Let's see what happens if I create a new filter and I see everything where I have sent something to info@numfocus.org. Usually it's actually me asking Numfocus questions rather than the other way around. So here's everything that's Numfocus related. It'd actually be nice to have these separated into a separate inbox that I can handle separately from my normal flow. So let's do that. Again, settings, filters, create new filter. Looking for to info@numfocus. I'm not going to search. That's not the right thing I want. I want to create a filter. I want to skip the inbox. Actually, I don't want to hit this my main inbox. I want it to be somewhere separate. I want to apply a label. And I'm going to make a new label, which I'm going to call Numfocus, which is the name of this group that I'm thinking about. And I also want to apply that filter to the existing conversations that exist. So I'm going to create that. And now, if I go to my inbox, I used to have 16 things here. Now there's only 15. And there's this nice new inbox for Numfocus that's created here. So I've just sort of separated that stuff out, which is pleasant. Can I scroll that up? No. Okay. Let's do this one more time. So there's also an important email address, which doesn't actually get much use today, but it's security@dask.org. So if you find a security bug with Dask, you can email this alias. Mostly it just gets spam today, but it's the kind of thing you want to sort of be elevated from the normal inbox. Okay, the filter. I'm actually going to keep this in the inbox too, because I actually want, security is important. It should go to both. We're making a new label. Make a new label. We'll call this security. Looks like there's 8 conversations so far. We're going to attach it to those as well. And there we go. So here's security. And again, it's mostly spam, but it's still nice that we have access to it. So again, that's how I deal with email a lot. And we've got a low amount of email like this, it's not a big deal. But when you've got hundreds or thousands of emails coming at you, these 2 tricks of having separate emails for all of your email inboxes with labels for different streams of email can be useful. And again, using the J and the K buttons can be useful to navigate. O opens things, which is nice. R hits reply, tab, space, or send. So you can really process, hundreds of emails per day or per hour if you get really excited. So that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. That's how I handle emails across an open source project, across a business, and in my personal life. Hopefully this is helpful to you as well. Bye.